I'm Erica, also known as E.MoniQue, and this is my real life. Hang out with me as I side-eye the ups and stumble through the downs. Watch as I turn my tiny piece of the Arizona desert into a tropical oasis. Fight to beat infertility and figure out where I fit as an artist in this crazy creative world. All while awkwardly discovering my authentic self. I'll be talking out loud about the things I wish someone would have said a while ago and sorting through what I wish I didn't know. Who knows? Maybe you can relate, as I often ask myself.
So basically, some of my plants need new shoes, and I'm gradually buying new pots for them all. And I'm pretty much at this point, like, these are the last babies that needed new shoes. And so right now, Birdie, um, you see how big and pretty she is. Dropping a few leaves, and I was just like, I feel like Birdie needs new socks and shoes. And so I got a bunch of these awesome pots at a decent price. So it's like, why not just give her what she needs? So Birdie, my Birkin, got a new pot and some new tropical, I won't even call it soil because it's not soil. It's mostly like cocoa coir mix and like leca pieces. So let's just call it growing medium. I've been buying bags of this growing medium, which I like a lot better than soil, which I always knew. I've been wanting to replace the soil in all of my plants forever. It's just, it's an expensive thing and it's like a time consuming thing. So I just had not gotten to it. But I did, when I repotted all of the plants that I did, I backfilled with this potting medium or growing medium. And who else? Oh, I potted DW in this stuff for the most part. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I like it. I am really curious to see how it's going to do in the summertime with like gnats and things. Last year I did pretty good. I did not have a huge gnat issue. I had maybe a handful the entire growing season, which I was super proud of. I don't know how this year is gonna go, but I'm curious. I'm curious as to like what's gonna happen and how this stuff kind of combats that. Can I just say that I never in a million years thought that I would be a lover of the show Love is Blind or of any show remotely related to that. Like I'm typically not into it. I don't like romance shows or movies or books. I feel like there's still a piece of romantic in me, but a lot of that has like fizzled away as I've gotten older. But I don't know. Typically I don't like to watch it or read about it. I want to feel it. I want to experience it. I don't want to sit and watch somebody else have like a romantic story. I typically like totally opposite genres in film and books. But my friend was like, "Girl, you need to watch such and such show. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like I do because everybody's talking about Love is Blind season 6 and I kind of need to like know what's up. And she's like, honestly, start with season 1. It is so good and like, just start there. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, 6 seasons and I have to start over." So I started with season 1 and I'm watching that right now as I'm doing some repotting. And I am all in, as you can see. I'm just like, what the heck, Gigi? Gigi is crazy as hell. And I know that, okay, by the time that I'm recording this and putting this out, people are beyond season 1. Obviously, they're on season 6 and talking about it, and we'll get there. But can I just say, as a new person to Love is Blind, Gigi is crazy. Like, but I like her though. I can't like stop watching her. And obviously, Cameron, and what's that girl's name? Oh my gosh, the sweetheart couple. Cam and oh my gosh, what is her name? What do I want to call her? Monica. It's not that. Fucking what's her name? Oh no, anyways, the sweetheart couple of season 1. They are the biggest, like, I'm cringing all the way through this, but I also love this for them and I can't stop watching. For me, like this is a totally new concept, this experiment that they're doing. And so to like watch them date and talk in the pods, and then they're like putting how many days it's been at each date. And it's like day 3, they were telling each other that they loved each other and that they wanted to get married. I'm like, did y'all even like talk about anything? It's the 3rd day. That scares me so much. I'm like, how can you guys know? That's so, like, this whole thing is so interesting for me because I'm a person that needs like months in order to feel comfortable with a person. Not necessarily because I'm like trying to force a connection. I could very well feel a connection early on, but like I'm not going off of that connection and calling it love. And like that idea is so crazy to me. And a lot of people have said, like when and you know pretty early on. And I'm like, but I don't, I cannot bring myself to make a lifelong commitment or decision with another person based off of how I'm feeling, because you have to take into account like the different phases of like, I guess, love, because there's like the lust part of it, the newness part of it, the infatuation part of it. And I feel like a lot of positive, joyful, loving emotions and feelings and thoughts come within that portion of the relationship or the connection that is new. Like we're all attracted to something new and it's exciting, right? So it's like if you're literally riding the wave off of the newness, and I mean 3 days in new, of course everything's gonna be great. Like, girl, cringe. But the fact that they like made it all the way through with no issues, well, I'm not gonna say no issues, but they made it all the way through like this was cake, and then got married, and then they're still married, and then like they're building this whole life together. It blows my mind. And so, spoiler alert, I obviously finished all of season 1 and then skipped all of the seasons in between and went right to season 6. And I just watched the finale. And so the finale is like, there were 11 couples that got married because of this experiment, and 9 of them are still together. And I'm like, that is crazy. 11 couples got married, 9 of them are still together in love, doing their like normal people thing. And I'm like, wow, that's so interesting to me. But more so, I don't know why we didn't talk to the couples that got married and that aren't together. Like, can we talk about the 2 that got divorced? Like, what happened and why? I don't know. Well, maybe they didn't address it in season 6. Maybe they addressed it in other reunions in the in between seasons that I skipped. I don't know, but I'm curious. I want to know both sides. Like, what happened? Like, you made it as far as to get married, but then you're not together anymore. So I want to know. Obviously, they're gonna talk about the couples who didn't get married and like their issues or whatever, why they didn't get to the altar. But I'm really, really curious. Season 6 was a trip. Oh my God. Clay and AD. What the hell? They were like the couple that I love to hate at first. Like individually, I'm like, oh my God, both of them are a little bit much for me. But at the same time, again, like I love that for them. Like I want them to like work it out and I want them to make it. And then throughout the season, I'm just like rooting for them. Like really, really rooting for them. They seem like a really, really real couple with like individual issues and like I don't know, they just complemented each other so well to an extent, right? And then oh my gosh, to get to the altar and what happened, blown my mind. Hold on a second, let me find something new to watch.
So tell me, what do we do now?
Well, it's hard, G, because, I mean, things get heated. I don't like how it's handled.
Like me yelling?
Yeah.
I come from a loud family. We fight a lot. When we fight, we yell. We all yell. So it's normal.
She wasn't even yelling
He
that
doesn't yell. Okay, I won't yell at you. But when I'm at my wit's end, everything immediately becomes self-sabotage. Partly because I just didn't know how to communicate things that were really bothering me.
He was the one being weird.
This whole process, it's everything sped up, including the honeymoon stage. You know how you tell me this is the best sex of your life? Have you noticed that I don't return the compliment?
Uh-oh.
I don't say it's the best sex of my life too.
I said that one time, and I also, you said, wow, that was amazing. That was great. Every time I go, that was really good.
It's great, but it's not fucking mind-blowing.
And the thing that states differently is I've never initiated with you. You've always initiated it with me.
That's the problem. Thank you so much. Why? Why don't you initiate it? Why don't you seduce me? Even though I jump on you